What's going on YouTube? So here in the US, there is little question that full-size pickup trucks are the kings of the auto industry, selling over 2 million units in just the last year despite a pandemic and chip shortage. Obviously, the American automakers have long dominated this segment. But after 15 years, Toyota is back in the game with this redesigned Tundra. This new truck is ready to put up a serious fight in the segment again, with everything all new from the ground up, including a new hybrid powertrain. So is this Tundra Capstone as capable and luxurious as the best-selling Ford F-150 Platinum? Let's go ahead and find out. Now before we really start to dig in, let's get into the pricing and equipment levels. High-end truck sales are booming, so today we have the loaded models with all the goodies. For the first time, this next-gen Tundra is being offered in a capstone trim level, which takes things to a level never seen before in a Toyota truck. But with high-end features does come a high-end price tag, in this case $76,450 after the only option package and the $1,695 destination charge. So while Toyota's new capstone trim basically comes standard with all the features, the F-150 Platinum does allow you to pick and choose a bit more. As such, the starting price is lower, but it escalates quickly after adding features like the equivalent hybrid powertrain and other luxury touches. After all is said and done, the price is almost identical at $76,525. But let's get things going in this comparison with the exterior designs and features of the only two hybrid trucks on the market. Now we've already said these two loaded models are very far from basic work trucks, and they've got blingy designs to make that known. The F-150 has a chrome and silver grille with little details in the middle, which in comparison to the new Tundra looks very subdued. The Toyota's grille is much larger, extending almost fully to the ground, and it comes with bold silver bars and body-colored surrounds. Both also have very premium-looking full LED headlights with projector beams and LED fog lights. However, only the Fords are adaptive, and only the Toyotas have dynamic turn signals. Heading on around, the Toyota has standard 22-inch alloys, while the Platinum Ford has 20-inch alloys and actually does not have the option to get larger ones. And in the rear, the designs look more different from each other than you would think, since Toyota has sculpted the sides of the bed and tailgate. Ford has its signature Platinum tailgate, both hide their exhaust outlets off to the side, and both have full LED taillights, though only the Tundra has sequential turn indicators. But now let's start to dig into some of the individual features, and what better place to start than the tailgates and beds. For both work and recreation, they have some nice touches, including dampened tailgates and assist steps to help you climb into the bed. Some neat individual features are the elbow-mounted tailgate release on the Tundra for when your hands are full, and the power closing abilities on the F-150. Inside the beds, both have spray-in liners, LED lighting, tons of tie-downs, and power outlets. But the Ford has a big trick up its sleeve. It has a 7.2 kilowatt generator on board, which is a huge amount of power, enough to power your entire house in the event of a power outage, actually. Moving past that, both models have fully loaded mirrors with heating, power folding, auto dimming, and blind spot monitoring. And as far as all the other safety features, both have the full suite, including forward emergency braking with pedestrian detection, auto high beams, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control. The F-150, however, goes a step further by having Blue Cruise, Ford's new hands-free highway driving system. Their main warranties are the same, but it should be noted that Toyota backs up the hybrid battery componentry longer, and includes 2 years of complimentary maintenance. Finally, towing is still important even for luxury trucks, and the F-150 can handle more weight. However, our Capstone Tundra has the new rear auto-leveling air suspension, which is a feature not available on the Ford. Anyway, that's the end of the exterior comparison. So now let's see those uber luxury interiors before we take them out for a drive. So walking up to the vehicles, both are obviously going to have smart entry systems with integrated remote start, and they also have power running boards for more pizzazz. Now take a look at those interiors. Very impressive as soon as you look inside, which they have to be for the price. The seats themselves are both heated and ventilated and have the same number of adjustments, but the Tundra Capstone comes with beautiful two-tone semi-aniline leather, which is a luxury grade of leather. But, fighting back, only the Ford includes massaging abilities. Now, as far as the broader interior materials, both dress to impress and have appointments more common to luxury nameplates. Across both upper dashboards, you'll find leather coverings with stitching, along with genuine open-pore wood accents. The door trims also have the same kinds of beautiful appointments, but the thing that gives the material edge to the Ford is the fact that it has real metal speaker grills, instead of the faux plastic ones on the Toyota. Now after startup, you'll find fully reconfigurable gauge clusters on both trucks, and they have gorgeous graphics with very vivid colors. The Tundra, however, also has a head-up display, which is something the Ford does not offer. Of course, it pretty much goes without saying that both steering wheels are heated, leather-wrapped, and power adjusting, but the Tundra does not offer power adjusting pedals. Now the next area to evaluate is interior storage, where both of them do a great job, but the Ford comes out ahead. Inside the center console, the F-150 is about the same width as the Tundras, but a lot deeper. And the same goes for the front storage area as well, and the fact that it has an upper glove box for extra storage. Now when we come to the shifters, both have traditional T-shaped ones, though the F-150 has the extra trick that it can fold flat when it's not needed, allowing you to have the extra workspace. When in reverse, both give you 360-degree camera systems, with excellent resolution and special camera angles like the bed view. They also come with systems that help you back when trailers are attached. Both models also come with dual-zone automatic climate controls. But now that brings us to the audio systems, which we will sample right now. While the Tundra's audio system is pretty solid, the F-150 system is next level, even having speakers in the ceiling and headrest. And now let's turn our attention to the mega screens that both trucks have. On the Ford you have a 12-inch screen running the latest Sync 4 system, and on the Toyota you have an even larger 14-inch display running their all-new infotainment system. These screens have amazing looking resolution and excellent performance. The Toyota's is easier to navigate, but the Ford's has more customizability. And in terms of features, both have built-in navigation and wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Finally, concluding the front seats, the Toyota has a rear camera mirror in addition to the auto dimming with HomeLink universal remotes. They both have panoramic sunroofs, and the Tundra keeps the signature element of rolling down the entire rear window versus only the center part. But the luxury does not stop in the front, and to be honest, in many ways, the back seats are actually the place to be. They both offer absolutely cavernous accommodations, with the F-150 having close to, but still less than 5% more space in both leg and headroom. Materials from the front follow through to the back, and they are loaded with amenities such as rear vents, USB ports, and a household power outlet. Both of their seats are heated. However, the Tundra has the extra bougie feature of rear seat ventilation as well. In underseat storage, the F-150 has the advantage because even though they are both hybrids, it still retains most of it. The Tundra's batteries occupy that space, and it also has a center tunnel hump. So this is still a tight race leaving the interiors. So now let's see who can pull off the win out on the streets. Now these two have been very different throughout this video, but they are oddly similar when we take a look under the hoods. Both are using 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 engines, paired with a single electric motor and battery pack, to produce equally impressive power figures that are almost identical.
Wow. Woo.
Dang, this thing is so fast. So, as we mentioned before, we have the hybrid powertrain. But it's safe to say this is not your Prius or whatever you might have in mind. Ford calls this PowerBoost hybrid, and there's really obviously a reason why they call it PowerBoost, because this thing absolutely flies when you put your foot down.
Wow. Alrighty guys, so that is our first acceleration in the I-Max Force Tundra. This is the hybrid.
Sure doesn't sound like a hybrid.
This is the meatiest hybrid I think I've ever heard in my life. We have a Prius in front of us. That's what I expect when I have a hybrid, but this is a hybrid powertrain. So as you can probably tell, this is not going to be like a Prius, and as we've alluded to throughout the entire review, this is mainly focused on power, but also giving you that efficiency as well. But it's a kind of a dual character car. It's not solely focused on fuel economy. So what we're looking at is a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. It's going to be making 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque, which is more power than that Ford F-150 PowerBoost.
By a little bit.
Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. And as you can tell, it sounds really, really good.
As you can see, both accelerate quite swiftly. And as far as the transmissions are concerned, both have 10-speed automatics.
And it's kind of funny to know that you have a hybrid truck, and then that's the noise it makes.
That torque is really nice.
It's just very, very torque rich. You know, and as you can see, you know, just pushing down the accelerator there, it's very quick to kick down a gear to the 10-speed automatic transmission and just get you the power that you need. And like Drew said, with the nearly 600 pound-feet of torque, it can get you up to speed very quickly.
Right, and the electric motor can fill in torque while the turbo spool, that's why this definitely feels quite a bit faster than the standard 3.5 twin turbo by itself. Yeah, someone pulled over for speeding, which you could definitely get in this, that's for sure.
Wow. And then, I mean, that acceleration there, what I was even noticing more so than the engine was like that transmission. This has a 10-speed automatic, which is one of the best 10 speeds that we've ever sampled, and it just, I mean, it fired us off those shifts like nobody's business, just like the Raptor, of course.
But perhaps more important than power is ride quality. Both of them ride quite nicely, but it should be pointed out that our Capstone Tundra includes the optional adaptive dampers.
Right. Now, also in terms of ride quality, this particular tester does have the optional rear air suspension. We also have adaptive dampers, and that is another point that I want to talk about because the Capstone definitely has a lot smoother of a ride quality than the Limited that we just tested out just a few days ago. It really is an exceptional ride quality. We've hit a few bumps. This road is extremely rough.
Yeah,
it's wavy, and it is doing a fantastic job.
It's totally taking out the harshness.
Yeah.
You can still feel the bump is there, of course, but it doesn't have such a harsh impact, and you don't have the reverberations that run through the chassis. So how about sound insulation? Well, we haven't yet had the chance to test out the Capstone on our local roads. So instead, we have a sample on a really rough California road. Because of this, we can't really compare these decibel samples in any meaningful way. But keep in mind that the Capstone is quieter than the other trim levels thanks to its special acoustic glass.
We're sitting at 52.4 decibels.
Now we're in California today, and we're on a pretty bumpy and rough road, but we're gonna go ahead and get a sound level reading anyways. Once
we're going 55 now.
We're at 55.
Yeah.
Okay, so 59.6 is the measure we were getting. Finally, as hybrids, let's talk about the very important aspect of fuel economy. Even with the 1 mpg decrease in the F-150's rating for 2022, it still gets 2 mpg combined better than the Tundra hybrid, at 23 combined versus 21 combined. Alrighty guys, that is it for this very competitive full-size truck battle. As you can see, it was really a razor-thin finish, which shows just how much of a huge leap forward this new Tundra is. When push comes to shove, a lot of people's choices come down to personal opinion. So make sure to let us know which one you choose in the comments section below. We're very interested to see what you have to say. And if you enjoyed this comparison, we'd really appreciate it if you'd help us out by subscribing so we can keep making more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and take care.